right.
I fucked that door up.
Totally forgot about that.
I fixed that door up.
We got a couple magic items. We spent like 3 hours shopping. I literally was on my phone playing Marvel Snap while everybody else was shopping. It was a good time.
Oh, great.
We then left. Went back.
What did everybody else get, Riley?
They got some like magic sticks. Kinfath got a magic rock. That's pretty sick.
I
I'm
got
pretty
knocked out.
sure-
What else?
Pretty sure someone got a cloak.
And
Oh.
2 out of 7.
What kind of
so far.
cloak? What
It's
cloak- what does
it's the
do?
cloak of autumn or fall where it does extra stuff in the fall season.
Nope.
Cloak
that
of
what?
Autumn.
You
Cloak
got
of
the
Autumn
right
is
name.
right. Yep, right name. Doesn't wrong effect, but that's okay.
We then went to Ev's shop. Did a little bit of like mystical stuff. We used Luther's item to get another vision. And then we decided to go to the rift in the water. So we went to Maeve's place. We got a boat. And then we took the boat to the rift. And then we were a bunch of dumbasses and got onto a smaller boat, even though we knew the boat would disappear. So we lost that boat, and now we're in the water swimming.
To be clear,
These
we
are
would have been in the
facts.
water either way. But
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's like 2 points right there. I'm pretty sure.
That's
pretty.
definitely a point of inspiration. 1 point specifically.
That's like 6 points of inspiration, DM. What the fuck?
At least.
That should be enough for me to get
Maybe you would have got 2 if you didn't tell me I was playing Marvel Snap the whole time.
That's true.
Oh, it's so long.
Go fucking rat on yourself.
I had 0 gold.
Who told
So,
that?
as you all swim through, you firstly saw a massive tower, like miles wide, and just going forever upwards until you could not see the top anymore. You do notice that compared to the rocky ocean that you were just in, immediately inside of here, the waves are like there's still a current here, but it's very mild waves. Like you're able to tread water pretty easily. You're not getting splashed on. But as you get in,
Ooh, I will start drowning as I hold my hands up.
Yeah. Can we swim? Like, do I know how to swim?
that's up to you guys, I guess.
Ebenezer's struggling, but you know he's staying afloat.
Oh, wait, I have my
imagine
jar.
Weasel, I imagine Lizard
That's
hopped onto
probably
his
a
head.
flotation device.
We
Surrender.
are not contaminants.
Make me a persuasion check, and also everyone else, anyone who wants to can make me a perception check.
Fuck yeah.
21.
12.
Same thing.
That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20 on persuasion, baby.
Persuasion.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Quick, do the glass breaking sound effect, Foster.
That was the most
Fucking-
convincing "we are not contaminants" I've ever heard in my life.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the campaign here. Fucking don't create a campaign. They've got too many of those already.
Facts.
Wait.
Fuck.
Can Ebbs Weasel swim? Or are
Probably.
you just visually and audibly drowning right now?
No, it's he's perched on my head right now.
Okay.
And I am above water.
That has to be quite disorienting.
Eb's gotten into some more disorienting stuff, if you know what I'm saying.
With a nat 20 persuasion check, you see the one of the Warforged lift his gun from being pointed directly at all of you. The other one does not move, but they do not fire.
Thank God.
With the 21 perception check and also the 18, Keelanor and Maeve, you two can see about 15 feet below the surface of the water, not far from you. There appears to be a hatch connected to a tube.
Like, I'm sorry. Could you describe that again?
Yeah, about 15 feet under the water. You see like a twisty hatch connected to a long tube.
So just in the middle of the ocean, not close to anything, just a random hatch in the water.
Yes, as far as you can tell. I mean, the tube you can tell goes towards the tower.
Okay.
If we
Weird.
are not contaminants, where do we go?
We are allies of Jessox, Daintree, is that correct?
Mhm.
Daintree? Could you please help us aboard?
Give me one more persuasion check.
Oh, fuck, I'm bad at that.
Surely my 20 helps.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
I said words that should be persuasive though. Does that matter?
Yeah, but you said them
I-
unconvincingly.
I guess.
You know what? Because of the nat 21st one, I'll say you can get advantage of this because they are already
Fantastic.
kind of trusting you a little bit. But you know, if this goes bad, who knows what'll happen?
10. I have a -1.
With a 10, the one who previously lifted his gun, you see his eye change from this glowing red to a blue, just one of them, as a light comes out towards you and moves up and down. And you essentially get scanned. Not that you would know what that looks like, but you. This one
scared.
is Kaelinor.
Yes.
Bring them aboard. You
Puppies.
see. Yeah, they start, the two of them from the same boat start bringing you all on board.
How big is this boat that we're on?
It's like a moderately sized speedboat.
Okay, so it's like a small person craft, not like some like big like
Yeah,
military boat. Okay,
yeah, like enough for the group of you to get on, but like it's a tight squeeze there.
gotcha. Okay, thank you.
They pull you all up and just on all of you. Identified Vesper, identified Maeve, identified Morgan, and so forth. You are expected. Please come with us. And the boat turns and starts driving towards this tower.
I would like to poke one of them.
Okay.
With a gun.
Would you like to poke the one who is driving or the one sitting in the back?
The one driving.
Damn it.
Of course.
I would like to ready an action
as-
to leave the boat.
Ah!
As you poke the one that's driving, its head swivels on its body, not turning at all, its hands still driving, and it goes, "May I help you, Ebenezer?"
What are you?
I am Abraham, the all-encompassing AI of Babylon.
Oh no.
This chassis is one of many.
Okay. Ebenezer will sit back down. Turn to the rest of you guys in the boat. This guy is called an AI. I don't know what that means, but I got a name.
Thank you, Ebenezer.
You're welcome.
I don't know what this means.
Yeah, I think in
Uh,
context you just fed us gibberish.
Abraham. That's what we know.
As we are traveling, I would like to take looks at whatever kind of firearms these guys had, and presumably, if it's a speedboat, the engine that is going to
Yeah.
stand out.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, you saw engines on cars before,
Yeah.
as they would have been like Model Ts, so you could see them.
Okay, that's
Um,
fair.
But yeah, you see, you like look down off the side of the boat, and you definitely see an engine, but you do not see any sort of fan. What you see appears to be pure energy spouting off the back of this thing. As for the gun, you do see what appears to be some form of rifle that you would recognize from the general shape from your book, but it's no rifle you've ever seen before. It looks sleek, and it's got a bunch of extra little red lights on it, and it does not appear to have a loadable magazine.
I would like to approach the robot that's not driving and say, could you tell me what the date is, please?
Indeed. The date is July 17th of... No, it's not. It's autumn. So let's say October 14th of the year 5100.
Oh. Oh.
Holy shit.
And I'm gonna sit down for a second and think about that.
Future.
Oh. Wow.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit.
This boat keeps going until it finds a small dock that is made of steel and concrete, very similar to the buildings you saw in Heron. But this boat stops right next to the shore. You see the robot in the back get out and start tying it down, as the other robot stands up and says, "This way into the facilities, please," and gestures you towards where you're now at the base of this building that is wide enough at this angle that you can't even see to the end of it.
As we get off the boat, I would like to tap Ebenezer on the shoulder and say, please don't touch anything, and cast mage armor on him. I am
Thank
giving this man
God.
AC through situational advice.
I love that.
Ebenezer will attempt to reach up to your shoulder. You'd probably get there, I
You can
imagine.
reach me. I mean, I'm taller than you, but I'm not as big as Thoom.
I will touch minimal things. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Could I make a surroundings check, Foster, and a nature check for stuff?
Survival check? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're on a metal
Um,
dock.
You
I
know what?
know. I'm curious.
Yeah. Let me pull up your sheet. Maybe there's something here that'll be useful for you. Who knows? Let's see.
I have cat hair all over the place.
Go ahead and make that roll.
What it was survival?
Yeah.
7.
A big 7.
Yeah, that's the biggest,
The
7
biggest
I've ever
7.
seen.
The old man opens his eyes to see nothing.
True.
You
Die. You die.
Womp womp.
you see
Hmm?
a single floating carcass of what appears to be some sort of fish.
I want
I
to
take the fish and I pocket it.
No, fuck. I wanted to look at the fish. Damn it.
It was from his chick.
With Ebenezer grabs it, stuffs it in his pocket to worry about it later.
Great.
Right.
Gonna smell that shit.
The
It's in
wet
my case. It's in
trails
my
that we're
case.
just
It's in my
gonna.
case.
in your
Everybody's just
pocket.
gonna assume it's because he's old.
Wow.
I
Soul guy
mean,
needs a bath.
Is this
Oh
what
my
happens when you get old? Fuck, I'm just gonna just now.
Yeah, you start dripping and smell like fish.
Oh, God. I get drip when I get old? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Oh man.
Does anyone have like, do want to say or do anything with these guys before you go into the doors of this place?
Can I try and give one of them a high five?
Sure.
I want to go in the door.
Yes. Kinfath.
High five.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. I'm assuming it hurts.
Yeah, very hard metal high five to your hand.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna say,
Excellent.
thanks.
In we go then. These doors are made of a sort of tinted glass, and you see them slide open to the left and right. Very different from any door you've ever seen before. And as you walk in, you see the sky above you. It's like 30 feet up, but definitely the sky, as far as you can tell. There are informational booths everywhere down here. And then you see people upon people upon people. Like, it's tight packed in here. Like, people are they're moving, then it's just like sitting and bundled up. But they are all doing stuff, and it is a lot. Could I also get a perception check from anybody who wants to, just for additional detail?
Hell yeah.
Oh no! It sat on the 20 for forever, and then it went two.
That's a 21 if I've ever gotten a 21.
When you say, I just want to be clear. In here, there are actual like people, not robot
Yep.
goons. Okay.
You see people. Yep.
Can you tell us what kind of people, or would that require more?
With anything above a 15, so Vesper, Kinfath, and Ebenezer, you're able to immediately tell. These are not. I mean, they're flesh and blood people, but they don't look like any single race of people from your time. They have half-pointed ears, but also like bushy eyebrows, and their skin is like a slight tint of gray. They've got rather long arms. It would appear at first glance that these are descendants of long melting pot culture, of just everybody's kind of becoming the same thing.
Okay.
Whoa.
You also notice a lot of these people have augments of sorts. You see a man with a metal arm. You see a man with a metal faceplate. You see a woman with like what you can only see so far as giant holes on her back.
What?
But
Could you?
just big old holes.
I'd like to try and find
You'll probably
someone
figure out what that is later.
I'd like to try and find someone with 2 metal legs.
Sure. You veer off the path a little bit, and it's not really that hard. There's a few of them that are this way, even in your close vicinity. What would you like to do with them?
I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Hello, friend."
You look like my great 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 grandfather on my mom's side. It's uncanny.
What was his name? And what was his name?
Carter.
Ah, not me. What's up with your legs? I'm gonna like no social awareness. Point at them.
I had some trouble with, I ate too much sugar and I had to get them replaced. Why do you got to point it out, man?
I was curious. How fast are you?
Not any faster than you are, I'm sure. They're a good replacement, but I would rather have my original legs, to be honest with you.
Who gave you those legs?
Fucking one of the docs? Like every augment.
What's an augment?
You're not from here, are you?
No, I'm a mainland kind of guy.
I didn't know there were people left on the mainland.
Why wouldn't there be?
The destruction of the way of life as we know it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, that's what I was told. It actually happened before I was ever born, so I've grown up here. So
Wow.
it's incredible. You're here, though. Does anyone else know you're here?
The robots that let us in do.
Interesting. Usually they shoot down anything coming in. The contaminants can get in here and kill everybody.
Well, we're not contaminated.
All right, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Thanks for
Okay.
all
Yeah,
your
sick, man.
information.
Name's
I hope-
John, by the way. If
Nice to meet you, John. My
Yeah.
name is Kinfath.
it's a weird name.
Oh well. Fuck
See you, man.
John.
These robot guards are really bad at their jobs because that conversation should not have happened, obviously.
No. But a guard does come by and say, Kinfath, if you will, with the group, please.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna go beeline to Ebenezer. Ebenezer,
Yes.
we could kill all these people on accident, apparently.
Let's try not to.
Well, I'm not gonna do it, but that asshole over there was with the fucked up legs. He was talking about how outside people might bring in contaminants.
I could use some of those legs.
He said that it's worse than his
Probably could
regular
use
legs.
the eyes.
Oh. Interesting.
You might want to keep yours.
Let's learn all that we can in the coming moments. To gather information.
Deal.
The Warforged keep walking for a little bit, and as you get past these main like informational booths, behind them, the facade is lifted, as if there was something hiding this. Despite there being no visual blocker, you walk past these informational booths, and suddenly you see a totally different scene there. Things look a little more run down. Things are a little more dirtier. More than that, though, you see advertisements everywhere for a new club opening up on the 37th floor, or the new super drug by Daintree Industries, or the new electro scooter by Daintree. But you see Daintree everywhere. You see a specific symbol, in fact, with all of them that I'm going to put in maps and info here.
Huh.
You see that fucking everywhere.
Ah,
Interesting.
But
Are they holograms?
Yeah, a lot of them seem to be screens. Some of them appear to be what you would think of as like a minor illusion, like just an image in space.
Are we close enough to one that I wouldn't have to veer off very far to like go touch one?
Yeah, they'd probably be one like next to the path.
Yeah, I kind of want to like run my hand through it to try to touch it.
Yeah, you run your hand through it, and you notice that your hand passes right through it, but you also notice that as your hand goes over certain parts, the rest of it above your hand goes away, giving you a sort of idea of how it works. You see
Excuse me.
a very strong light coming from a pedestal on the bottom, and as you move your hand across it, you block that light and the image disappears.
Hmm.
Finally, you see a tall, what appears to be some sort of lift in the center. And you see dozens of people on a single one of these lifts as there's multiple of them next to each other, going up at rapid speeds, and then they vanish into the sky. One of the robots turns to you. Is anyone particularly claustrophobic? We promise no danger will come to you.
Can I just stay here?
You may, if you prefer.
I'm gonna stand right there.
Fantastic. Anyone
at the wall.
else?
What if we're claustrophobic?
Are you?
Yes.
Well, no worries. Once we contact the master, we can bring him down for you.
Okay.
Would you like to remain with Morgan?
Where's everyone going? What are you guys gonna do?
We're going to go see the master.
Well, if two of our compatriots are unwilling to travel, would you just go get him and bring him
Certainly.
here?
Although I'm sure he would love for you to see his penthouse.
I want to go.
All right.
I want to go as well.
Okay.
I like
Well, let's go then.
the way this sounds.
What about the way this sounds?
Kinfath, what's a penthouse?
I have no idea.
That sounds like a pimped out house.
What does pimped out mean?
You don't know what pimped out? Oh man, I need to. We need to. We'll talk about it later.
When
I
you're
haven't
older.
read enough books.
All right.
Anyone who's going, I guess. Morgan, is anyone staying else behind? Is anyone else staying behind?
I gotta go now.
I'm going.
Is Ren going up?
Sure.
Okay. I'll come back to you, Morgan, because staying behind is a
Be
very
careful,
valid
Morgan.
option. You all load into this elevator. It is much wider than you need for all of you. Like, there's plenty of space, and it is stark and white and clean in here. There does not appear to be any buttons on the elevator. Not that you would necessarily.
Why are
looking
there
for
no
them
buttons
anyway.
on this elevator?
But you get into this enclosed room, and one of the robot's eyes shuts down. Actually, both of the robot's eyes shut down while they're in here, and then you see another one of those holograms in front of you. But you see a happy blue face that looks like what Jessox looks like in your time, still human. But you hear, what floor would you like to go to?
The penthouse.
Right. Sorry, transferring areas sometimes. We're working out the kinks.
Can I instead check a hologram?
Sure.
What was that? 8, 11.
With an 11, it looks to you as if it was confused for a moment.
The hologram was confused?
The hologram was confused.
What the fuck?
I don't like that.
To the penthouse. The floor that you're standing in fires up at such a rapid speed that I need everybody to make me strength saving throws.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Oh no.
I am the worst at that.
Oh!
11.
Oh,
Wow, we're all terrible at it.
This wall is very comfy.
12.
Nice, guys. This is
I
good.
gotta.
Kenneth
We're dead.
and Maeve, you remain standing.
Nice.
The rest of you, the G forces are so strong that you are pinned to the ground for the entire ride up there. You are like pulled from your legs into the ground and just cannot stand against the forces.
While hugging the floor, I'm gonna say, "This fucking sucks."
I would like to be like, woohoo!
I apologize. Most of our citizens are conditioned to this sort of thing.
The robot legs.
A matter of it probably would take like 5 minutes to get to the top. So this is like 5 minutes of like
Oh,
pressing the ground.
Oh,
we're
falling.
not able to get back up. It's that intense that once we're down, we're stuck.
Yeah, well, you're going up. Yeah, it's very fast.
Holy
Fuck.
shit.
The whole time, Ebenezer is gonna be trying to talk, but his face is literally in the ground, so it's like, and that's just like, that's just how it is for 5 minutes.
Can I make some sort of check in those 5 minutes to attempt to get back up?
Sure. I think
Misty step.
each of you can make 2 more strength. Let's call it strength checks, not saving throws, to try to stand up if you'd like. Anyone who wants to.
Ebenezer
12.
can. He's an old man.
I
Are
saving
we
throw,
contained
but
in
does
this?
it
Can I
count?
jump
Uh,
off?
You are contained.
Damn it.
Can I
12 was my
make one
highest.
Holy shit, dude.
See
My
if
strength
I
is going
could-
crazy.
lift
If that doesn't need,
someone
you're
up?
already standing. What do you? I'm sorry, Abby.
Can we also do another strength thing to see?
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we
yeah.
can help
Anybody
people?
on there who wants to try to get
That's
back
what,
up?
Like
that's what I
help
did.
them?
I'm chilling. Just leave me.
Uh,
Leave me. I'm
uh,
chilling.
I'll help
Okay.
whoever wants to get up.
I'll try.
Is 12 good
Oh, I
enough to
forgot
get
you
up?
were one of the standing. Yeah, anything above a 10 gets you up.
Beautiful. I'm up.
Mm.
And just laying on the floor at this point.
Wow, guys, look, Ren is still on the floor.
I'm gonna take my left thumb and just thumb up.
I'm gonna spare the dying him so he doesn't die. It's okay, friend. We will reach the pent soon.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Fear not. The rising room will not take you from us.
Finally, the room stops, and the doors slide open on the opposite side, and you see an exact 1-for-1 replica of the Magic Motel, or the front room, I should say, of the Magic Motel. As you immediately get off.
Is that the name of Jessic's place?
Yes.
I think I have called it Jessic's place every single time.
It was only technically the Magic Motel the first time you went there in 20 years future.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
He hadn't quite turned it into a motel yet.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Then you see a very comparatively I should say rustic looking warforged standing at the back of the room. He turns around. Friends, I see my message have reached you. It's so pleasant to see you all.
It's good to see you too. What is this place?
Well, that, my friend, is a long story. Come on in, have a seat. We'll talk.
Well, wait, we're missing Morgan.
Oh, he didn't decide to come up?
They're downstairs, yeah.
Well, should we go down there, or
Yeah?
would you like to see more of my place?
I'll
I
take
would
a
love
tour.
to see more of your place.
Excellent. As he starts guiding you through this house, you leave the first room of the Magic Motel to see a very different story in the next room. And before we get to that, Morgan, you stay down there on the first floor. There's a lot to explore here. Would you like to explore anything?
All of it.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to give specifics. You know what's going on.
Do you want to explore this floor or check out a different floor?
All of it.
I'm gonna need an answer to that question at least.
Both.
Which one first?
The bottom one.
Okay.
You got 5 minutes.
You start walking around this area, and I mean, just visually, this place is 3 to 4 miles in every direction from the center where you are. So a long way away, off in the distance, you can see in the spots that have a clear sightline, you can see the outside of the building, but it is so rare to see that with just the space being filled with informational booths, but also buildings, like buildings within this building, shops and stores. It all looks completely foreign to you. Not only like the material plane already is foreign to you, this is foreign to even that. This is dirty and grimy and very cyberpunk.
That's in my notes.
You pass a lot of people. The first man you pass is probably like, hey kid, you want some of the super drug? I just got it today.
I'm just gonna keep walking, ignoring him.
Another guy's like, $20 for anything you want.
Again. Continue walking, ignoring.
Kingfath would have been fucked if he had stayed down there and this was happening to him.
Like, yeah, cool. All right.
Sick.
You walk around for a while, and you don't find anything immediately of note on this floor. But when you go up to the second floor, you notice things even worse here. You see a lot of people in like tent camps. What you would assume to be people without homes. You maneuver through this for a while. And could you make me survival, perception, or investigation, whichever you want?
15.
With a 15, you start going down streets and alleyways and corridors, just doing what you do and getting a lay of the land, making sure you're prepared, trying to know everything to be best prepped. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take an opportunity at some point to turn into one of these miscreants.
Sure.
That's sick.
Yeah. What would you like to look like?
I don't know. One of the first beggar looking guys. Just first one I see.
All right.
I don't know what I look like.
You turn into a slightly larger. You can't grow too big, but a slightly larger, gruffier guy, and you've got a blue light coming down the side of your face in some sort of crevice. And you notice a hole in the middle of your right palm. To you, it feels of flesh, but it looks like metal. You keep walking for a while, and in your investigation, you hear, "We can't let them find the HQ of the Resistance.
Fun.
We cannot lead them back."
I want to listen in on this conversation without making myself present.
Okay, go ahead and give me, I guess that's perception.
Perception. Big money, no whammies. 13.
Okay, and can you also give me stealth, please?
Which one's stealth? Go away, dice. Thank you. 16.
Okay. You hear Hora is too precious to these people. I mean, fuck, Delilah would kill us.
Oh, fucking. That's in my brain.
And you hear the other voice. You're right. Okay, let's just wait for dark and then we'll go.
Do I recognize any of these voices?
You don't recognize either of those two.
Okay. Just wanted to ask.
But then that conversation basically ends.
Did you say Hora or Pora? Or Cora?
Hora, Korah.
Well, slow down. What the fuck? K.
Korah.
Okay.
What does Morgan do?
Can I follow them while still stealthing?
I think that's gonna take another stealth check to follow them, but if you do well, then yeah.
Blend in like in Assassin's Creed.
I'm gonna fucking try. A 3.
Woo!
I trip on a stick and fall on my face.
Well, you keep going for a while. They don't catch you at first, but a couple blocks down, you do notice you're able to see these two first of all. As you get around the corner, one of them is a tall, kind of lanky woman, who has like bright pink hair, and one of her eyes has a golden glow to it. And then you notice a very bulky guy, like too broad to be natural, with just this long flowing golden hair. But you follow them down a couple of blocks, and after the third right turn they make
I should
in
know
a
better.
row,
I feel like I should know this better.
they eventually spot you.
As I am, I feel like I should know better.
Okay, then you just trip on is tripping on a stick better?
Hey, where are you guys going?
It's kind of silly, but whatever.
Yeah, you're right that you probably would not take 3 right turns with somebody. So probably before they'd make that last turn.
We'll keep going straight, and they're gonna stare at me, and I'm like, "Oh God!"
The guy with the golden hair turns around and says, "Can we help you, friend?"
Panicking, I'm gonna go. You got anything?
Oh, no, sorry, man. I don't carry cash. Have a good day, though.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. I'm panicking.
Excellent. They walk away, completely unsuspicious.
That was a remarkable cover. Like,
Yeah.
good job.
Can I? I don't want to refollow them, but I want to just keep wandering and maybe run back into them.
Sure. Yeah. You keep wandering the space for a little while. Back up in the penthouse. You guys go into the next room, just off to the left side of the space that you entered into. Let me get down to my notes again. You get out, and there on the far side of this room, which is mostly empty, you see a massive window. But the only thing you see out of that window is stars.
What time was it when we came in? Like sunny? Daytime?
Sunny, bright and sunny, yeah.
Okay.
And we're in fucking space.
He looks to you all and says, "Would you all like to see an amazing view?"
Yes.
Absolutely.
He walks up to this massive window, and as you get closer to the edge, you look down and you can see the outer atmosphere of Earth, of Terra, as it, in all its glory, is just silent up here. You see, even from up here, another continent, far off in the distance.
Holy fuck. We are
Is
way
it
up
east? Is it
What is
east
it?
or west of Wynn?
East.
Hmm.
here. Do we know? Do we know where that is?
I don't know
You've
if we
seen
did
a
that.
map of the world, so yeah, I think you would.
Oh, really? I thought we just saw the individual continents.
Is our planet a circle or are we flat Earth?
Yeah, is it round?
It's round. It's definitely
Fuck.
round.
What?
Fuck. Shit.
This changes everything.
God damn.
You guys are laughing like this is a joke.
That's fucking.
This is news.
What's that?
We're gonna like rub Lizard's eyes and look again to make sure he's seeing things correctly.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if any of I can't determine for sure if you guys knew in 1100 that the Earth was round, but probably.
Mm,
I don't know, but if not, you're finding out now.
I was gonna say, Jessox, what is this?
Oh, this is Terra, or what's left of it, I should say.
I'll
Does
turn
it
to
look
him.
destroyed?
No, from up here, it looks perfectly fine. You do notice a distinct lack of green.
I'll turn and I'll say, what do you mean what's left of it?
Well, I guess you all need some context on what this place is. This is Babylon, the last bastion for mortal survival. When the pestilence spread and the undead rose, we discovered that neither the infected nor the infection could cross the water. And so Babylon was constructed. 10 kilometers wide and 120 kilometers tall. Enough to house generations of mortal families for a long time to come. Meant to hold 78 million people.
Holy fuck.
We're currently at 80.
How does Maeve react to that? First bit.
Yeah, that's she's just gonna like pull her cloak in a little and say the pestilence did this?
Well, certainly a black illness of some sort. It appeared similar to the realm my daughter came from, so that's what we called it.
How long ago did this happen?
A couple of thousand years ago.
Oh. Out of character question. What was the specific year you said it was? It was 5,000 something.
5,100.
100. Okay. Thank you.
Wow. So, assuming a series of terrible events led up to this, mass spread, like, who tried to stop it? Or how was it fought and lost to?
The witnesses say there was a crack in the sky itself that they saw some other astral world, and on the far side a being of unimaginable proportions. None who survived were close enough to make out much more.
Where was this crack in the sky?
Over Ashmere City. And it's a shame, really. After that day, the arcane in the world dwindled over time. We had to limit its use, and even then, eventually, it ran out.
May I attempt
there's-
to druidcraft some plant into my hand while this is happening?
Is Druidcraft a cantrip?
Correct.
As you attempt to Druidcraft, you find yourself unable to produce it.
My mage armor was not affected though.
Your mage armor was not affected. However, I will say, as you cast that mage armor, I think you might not have even noticed it at the time or thought it was nothing. But with this context, I think you realize there was a feeling of emptiness after it was done. That's all I'm going to give you for now on that.
Oh God.
This is bad, guys.
We've been using technology as best we can to replace what magic used to do, and for the most part, they're about doing okay, but
After gawking for a really long time out the window, Ebenezer will turn. Josox, how are you here with us right now? Exactly.
oh, well, solid use of technology, I suppose. I can trust you all, right?
So far.
Certainly.
I'm just Dark Mark 75.
He
Dude.
walks to a door on the side of this room, and you see him, even with you all, like, tucks behind himself and like pushes some buttons on a pad in front of him. Before this door swings open. And inside you see this metal contraption whirring with energy, and in the middle a black viscous ferrofluid. Yet in the middle of it you can see a floating brain.
Whoa.
My body was deteriorating even when you knew me. But my mind stayed sharp, and so that's truly me. Once a second, this consciousness is uploaded to my backup, if you will.
Backup?
My brain.
Jessox, how
The
old are
brain
you?
holds a lot of data. What was that? I'm sorry?
How old are you, respectfully?
Well, now about 4,031. 4,041.
It still feels
When
like it's
you-
too low.
Josox, when you radioed us, how did you know we would come in this manner?
Well, that's another thing. Well, I don't have the machine in my penthouse, unfortunately. It's down in the research division. But we developed a way, manner of years back, to discover when we would be in one of these very rifts. As you know, the first time you met us, we weren't able to tell. But I knew that this could happen at any time, so we spent time discovering how to tell when we were in one, and very recently, just a couple of weeks ago, our meters went off like crazy. I knew I could contact you, which does bring me to why I contacted you. I need your help. And in return, I can offer great riches, great power, and the man you came here for.
Deal.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yes, our
Sounds-
now longest ally. Please.
Sounds easier said than done.
Well, perhaps. I imagine it will prove somewhat difficult. Yeah, you see, there's a terrorist organization within Babylon. They call themselves Korra. They've been exploding my factories and facilities and research labs for months now, making things difficult, and I can't help the people with my large amounts of wealth if what I use my wealth on is exploded.
Why are they revolting?
They seem to think I'm a tyrant. I don't see it that way. I see it as I know that I can make the best choices for the people. I can keep everyone safe.
I mean, you seemingly have if the rest of the world is corrupted.
Indeed, unfortunately, many of our citizens are less than comfortable these days.
That is also very understandable.
Why is that?
They're stuck here.
80,000, 80 million, thousand, billion, billion. It was a larger number than capacity.
Can you
Maybe
not
it's
expand?
Indeed.
Maybe you've just been making all their decisions for them. Maybe they feel like they're cut out of the decision-making process. Have no idea why the people in charge treat them the way they do.
Their leader knows quite a lot. Though I don't doubt that the populace doubts us for that reason. I do think you're right, friend.
Jessox, where is Luther?
Oh, 2 floors down in a high security prison. Once our
Huh.
radar went off, we knew he would be here. It didn't take us long to find him.
That's
Convenient.
That's helpful.
Yeah. I like that. This is better.
Oh, wait a minute.
Do you know where the
I
terrorists
have thoughts.
are?
We don't know where the headquarters are, but we know they reside in the first few floors, mainly.
So
And
what if
what-
we chose not to help you, Jessox? Not that we wouldn't.
I would need to hold on to Luther for collateral. I hope you understand, but I'm desperate.
It's not much of a favor, then, is it?
In what way? What do you mean? The DM doesn't understand that statement.
Well, if you're strong-arming us into doing this for you, then it doesn't really sound like we have the opportunity to say no.
You certainly don't have to. You can go back on your way, and I won't think any less of you for it. But you're right. It is a bit of a strong arm. Vesper.
Excuse me, Your Grace. What exactly what do you want us to do? What do you need done with this organization? What is your end goal?
I would like you to find me their leader and bring them in alive, unharmed, if possible. I would rather have them in my pocket than create a power vacuum to be filled.
Do you think that sitting atop your tower and sending a band of mercenaries after the leader of a resistance is going to fix the problem you have with the resistance in the first place?
I don't. But I don't think sending my Warforged after them will look any better.
Worse, probably.
They are scary. Well, I'll turn to the group. I'll do it.
I mean, it sounds like we could probably. I mean, if Jusox here is willing to communicate with them in such a way to make some sort of agreement, I mean, I mean, it sounds like nothing really needs to happen here. We just need to get two parties to talk.
I suppose that raises the question, what do you intend to do with this leader once they are here?
Hopefully persuade them to peace.
Are you gonna offer anything to acquire peace?
Likely large sums of money.
Jusox, if we can be a part of this conversation, we will do this.
I don't see any reason why you can't. Listen, you don't have to decide now. You can...
Nope,
Come back when
Jusox,
you'd
I
like.
have already made my mind.
Ebenezer hardly speaks for himself.
This-
I appreciate your willingness, Ebenezer, but as for the rest of you, if you'd like to take time, you may. Though, I would love to show you some of the prizes that I have in store for you if you'd like to use them. In fact,
Sure.
I can
Use
give them
them
to you
now?
now
Ryan would like to
for
see
the
that.
process, if you agree.
Yeah, I would like to see your sci-fi magic items, please. Please?
It looks like Maeve is not into this.
This is a little suspicious, I feel like, but
I li-
Ebenezer will give in to the coolness.
I'm I am tempted by shiny things.
Yes.
Well, again, you don't have to accept now, but at least let me show you. They've been in the test lab for quite some time, and I'm excited to show them off. Do come. And he walks back towards the elevator that you came off of.
While we walk, can I ask him a couple of questions?
By all means.
You mentioned that we had run into multiple times throughout time. For us and our path through these rifts, we've encountered you in Ashmere in 1120 and Bogseth in, I believe, 35. Is that correct?
Indeed. You did meet my Warforged back in 1920.
True. Do you, by chance, remember any other instances we ran into you and where those places were and the time to help us as we go into these rifts that we haven't yet been to?
Be careful with too much.
Yeah.
I'll, hand on your shoulder.
I
But okay.
do feel as though I need to be careful to make sure that my universe still exists at the end of this.
I mean,
I can't say one that I remember distinctly. In 1860, the cowboys were a little restless.
where
Yeah,
where
my
did we
lord.
encounter you in 1860?
Maybe hold on, fucking.
You did this to yourself.
I did.
You
Skill
threw me in
check?
time travel.
Foster, please make me a history check.
History check.
The further it is in the future, the more information I can try to pluck out to fuck you over with.
Where? Oh. in the outskirts of Londinium.
Lindinium,
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
1860.
What the fuck
Easy.
is that?
Yeah,
That's
where is
in-
it?
That's in
Thonia.
our yeah, Thonia.
It's in
It's one of the
Illuvium.
one of the human lands.
Mm.
Cities.
Is uh, let's win.
There
Look at
are
that.
bubbles.
Oh yeah, there is one there. I think that might be where Darian was from.
You were from Hearthhold.
Illuvium.
Well, I thought I was from a city first, and then, but either way.
Well, I'll get on the elevator.
There was another thing I was going to ask, and I forgot now. So I guess I don't get to ask it.
Well, if you remember, feel free to ask, because you'll be
Okay.
on an elevator for a minute. Actually, this one won't be nearly as long. He gets in and just says, Abraham, 4 down, please. And much slower moving, more graceful, gets you 4 floors down to where the doors open up, and you see everything in here looks like the inside of that elevator did. Stark and white and very clean and sterile. You see people in white jackets, what looks like vests, if you will, what would be lab coats, going throughout this area. A bunch of them with different machines, and some of them holding a chemical of some sort and mixing things as they move from one room to another. He says, well, this is where most of our inventing is done these days. But this isn't what I want to show you. Come this way. He opens up a big red door at the end of a hall with a combination of button presses. That above it says experimental lab.
In what language?
In common.
Okay.
You walk in, and there are 7 pedestals with shining light on them, like stone pedestals, which is almost out of place in this room. But ornately carved stone pedestals, something you might see in your own time, with items on each one.
Dibs.
He walks up to the first one, and it looks like, kind of looks like a toaster. But he picks it up, and he puts his hand inside of it. And then the other end of the toaster opens, and he says, "This is the homing plasmoid launcher. We did our best to recreate the hold on. The magic missile spell, but ours is even better." He turns to a dummy in the side of the room, and it fires off 3 like plasma balls of like pure purple-esque energy that fly out and hit this thing, singeing it.
If it's better, how much damage does it do?
Shut up. Next, this one's one of my favorites. This one is planned to go public next year, but we have to make sure it's entirely safe for consumer use. He puts on a backpack, and then, similar to the energy that you saw coming out of that boat, shooting straight down, he starts flying. This is the anti-gravity hover pack.
God
Fuck.
damn it.
I want that so bad.
Opportunity attack.
I'm so glad Morgan's not there.
He sits back down on the ground and takes it off. This one, he holds up what looks to be like a small pouch. He puts it in his pocket, and then you can see a glow from the inside before he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a tiny little pack of red something, tosses it over towards the dummy, and it explodes in a massive fireball.
Ah, yes, Daedra.
This is the nanite replicating microscopic detonator.
So it's
What's
evil.
It's
Nermed.
It's a big bomb.
Yes.
But the good thing is it will use a sort of technology that is on a grandly small scale to create more and more of them given enough time. Up next, he picks up a box off of the next pedestal that's like completely blackened, and then opens the lid, and you see a spinning galaxy within it. This is the portable dedicated wormhole carrier. He reaches into it and pulls out a sword. Yeah, we did our best to replace a bag of holding. Puts it back in.
It's a
and
fucking
closes it.
ender chest.
How big is it?
It's like Jack in the Box size.
Okay.
Next we have the solar-powered turbine gloves. He sticks his hand into a metal glove, and you see, similar to the hover pack, turbines assisting his movement as he picks up a giant rock, and this thing lifts it for him with the help. Sets it back down. The hard light bracers. He puts on bracers on the edges of his arms. Work for great defense while keeping both hands free. Sets those down. And lastly, this one I actually thought of with Lizard in mind, old friend. The shoulder-mounted aerial defense stock, partnered with the Daintree Enterprises self-defense drone. He sets this thing on his shoulder. He says a command word, and part of the shoulder mount breaks off into a flying drone, which fires the laser over at the dummy before landing back down on his shoulder.
Oh. Can I touch it?
I must withhold the fun until I can get some agreement from all you folks. But again, you don't have to make your decision now.
Let's do it.
I'm Team Jetpack.
He said, "Fuck the bag of holding. I want to fly."
No, I mean, just in general, I think we need a jetpack. Don't care who's using it today.
You can
I-
take all
POV
of these if you'd
POV
like.
last week.
What?
I said POV last week. We all said we need a bag of holding. How much is a bag of holding? Guys, let's pool together our money so that we can get a bag of holding.
I was like really hoping you didn't have enough money because I was like, I made this forever ago.
Bag of holding, jetpack.
Both.
Working all of sauce.
Did you say he pulled something out of the bag?
A sword.
Just a plain ass sword.
Yeah, just a normal sword. He was just kind of showing off what it can do. You all are welcome to these. In fact, if you decide to take them, bring one for Morgan. I kind of forgot we left him downstairs.
Fuck.
I
mean,
Team Huddle?
Before the team huddle, I'm going to cut back down to Morgan.
Dun-dun-dun.
Morgan, you keep exploring this city for a while, trying to run into anyone else that you can hear that you can tell is related. For pretty much this entire time they've been up here, it takes for you to find finally someone else who's whispering in a corner. But you hear Samson can't do it alone. We're gonna need backup. We don't have enough strong fighters anymore. Nobody's had any food in weeks. Nothing substantial anyway. That gruel is not enough. Do you want to make yourself known or keep lurking in the shadows?
I'm gonna enter and go, help. I help. Down with this tragedy of events that is happening to us.
You see both of them draw blades, but they're not what you would imagine a sword to look like from your time.
Oh god.
One of them is... They're both metallic still, but one is bright pink and one is bright green, and they have a crackling energy to them. And who are you?
A concerned citizen.
Do you have a name, concerned citizen?
Hold on, I gotta make one on the spot. My brain's not working.
He's lying.
Corel.
Corel, huh? Make me a deception check.
Oral.
Oh, I should have advantage on this. What the fuck? Where's deception? There it is.
Do you get deception while you're in another form? I don't. That might be a part of.
You
of
can
what you
do
do.
It wouldn't
no.
know that from anything else.
Yeah.
18
I
is
rolled
great, though.
18.
Okay, yeah, 18. Your heart is beating rather fast, but I suppose you're at sword point, Orel. And he sheathes his weapon.
I clock that. They can see my heartbeat.
You mean to join the resistance, then?
Whatever I gotta do to feed myself. Even if it is this gruel.
A test. There shall be, then. Do follow. And they start walking off into the city. Team huddle.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
How hard can we stealth here? Like, I don't want this guy to
What
fucking listen.
Yeah.
You can try to roll stealth if you want.
Hey guys, I think we should agree to it, but I don't think we know all that we need to follow through with this quite yet. Something is sus.
Yeah. I don't know, it seems kind of fucked up. Especially with all of these like items that he's making and these promises he's making to us, but he can't give to everyone else. I feel like I at least want to see Luther. What if he's not even contained, or what if it's different than he said? Like, I don't know. It's weird. I feel weird about it.
We could ask for proof. At the same time, this isn't our timeline, and we are also actively fighting to prevent this state of the world from happening. So maybe we just do our job and leave.
Maybe.
We don't have
Thoughts?
to kill anyone.
Luther, eventually.
Well, yes, but
Well-
from this timeline, if there is a terrorist organization actively harming the other citizens or the well-being of others, and
Nope.
Jessox, sorry.
There you go. That
Sorry,
is another NPC though, so yeah.
Thank you. Even if he is being deceitful about the well-being of this tower and the people in it, it wouldn't hurt to gain more information by supporting that conversation to happen and by interacting with the terrorist organization.
This
Yeah.
this may be a little morbid, but
Morgan's downstairs.
to the point that we are actively trying to prevent this future. Technically, anything we do here may not potentially happen regardless.
I've made that mistake in thought previously, and whether or not it's something that comes to fruition in our reality, for the branching timeline we've created, a lot of people died because of an action I took.
But by returning that, wouldn't it have recreated that timeline where those people didn't die?
For us.
For us, but that still theoretically happened, and I don't even know if that's true. It was my attempt to right my wrong of the future, quote unquote, but I don't know. And I just think we should be careful. However, I think in this situation, we'll be more ambassadors than anything. We're not attacking this organization. We are a neutral party bringing the leader for a conversation. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I agree.
I agree.
I want
I
to see
think-
Luther.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
before we
a
go.
good idea.
Yeah.
Before I even touch any of these gadgets, I want to see Luther.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just turn out of the huddle. Is he still in this like area? Just
He's standing a respectful distance away, but yeah.
Maeve will walk up to him and say, "Hello, Jessox. Before we can agree to this, we would like to see Luther, please."
Absolutely. He's just one more floor down.
And
Do
she'll
follow.
motion everyone over.
You hop back in the elevator, go down a floor, and you can see as you get off of this elevator, you see only like 4 rooms, despite what you must imagine this floor to be equally miles long. You see 4 rooms on the left, right, behind, and forward. Straight ahead of you, you see. Imagine. You remember the cell that Loki was in Thor 2? This like yellowish barrier, and then just like nothing else in the room.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly that. In the back of the room, you see Luther with what appear to be some sort of energy-infused metallic bands around his, like multiple spots on his legs, pinning his arms to his body, and cuffs on his hands. He looks up to see you all. Well, at least can we be done with this?
That's him, all right.
Yeah, get wrecked, idiot.
If I am to die, can we just do it?
Ren would like to single finger touch the barrier. What happened?
It feels like a solid wall.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
I think
him,
this
right,
is-
guys? Can I insight
Yeah.
check his bullshit?
Sure.
Like, this doesn't appear to be a robot or a hologram or some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
I mean,
Anybody who
looks
wants
good to
give me
me,
an insight
guys.
check.
I'll do it.
That is definite. But that might be 2 Luthers.
I'm willing to agree with Vesper here.
All three of you, despite largely different numbers, are pretty dang sure that's Luther.
Hey, what's your name?
Luther.
Fuck you, Luther.
You see that? You see that fire? I built that fire last night, and then I fucked your mother next to it.
Guys, it's him. It's him. I know it's him.
But yeah, that you all are sure it's Luther. What do you do?
I'm gonna turn to everyone and go, let's go get the cool stuff.
Let's go
I agree.
schedule
cool
a meeting.
Stuff, cool stuff first.
I feel like I want to turn to Jessox and Ren would say, Jessox,
Ren?
I swear if there's any tricks,
Believe me, I have no reason for trickery.
I'm that's sufficient. I was gonna go into something else. Good.
Are we in agreement then? Do we have a deal?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, we can organize a meeting between respected parties of power.
Very well. Abraham, if you would.
Where
and
is
you
he?
see shooting out of the elevator like a pneumatic tube are all of the items that were described to you.
Excellent. I'm imagining the vending machines in Tears of the Kingdom. With the,
Sure, yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, exactly. One additional request before we leave, if you don't mind. Do you have, by chance, access to clothes or particularly armor that would help us while also blending in and not standing out like we're from 5,000 years in the past?
A
4,000.
wonderful idea. To be honest, my mind sometimes forgets that we are so long from my birth. Yes. Let's get you suited up. He
Nope.
brings. Go ahead.
Nope.
You don't want sci-fi armor, dude?
I'm not doing this again.
Armor!
I've
Armor!
been fooled before.
See if there's armor.
He brings you back to the elevator, and going down extraordinarily fast, you all start
Ren
to
jumps.
feel weightlessness in this elevator. As you hit 0G for about 30 seconds.
Holy fuck.
What do you all do in that space?
I'm gonna try swimming around.
I push
Feel like
Kaelinor.
I grab onto something tightly, preparing for when that's gonna stop being the case.
and I die. Yeah.
Ooh, actually, I prep feather falling for when we get to the point where it starts slowing down, so that I don't crash into the floor.
No longer wants to jump.
As it approaches that 0 point, Wait, hold on.
And this is how Foster
Yeah.
TPKs us. Fucking elevator.
If
Those
we
of you
cast
who
feather
left
falling,
the-
hit our heads on the top and die.
If those of you who jumped do connect with the ceiling, but it slows down fast or slow enough that you don't like smack into the top. It's a slow release, and then as it slows down enough, you drop about 10 feet and would hit the ground.
Wow.
I don't think that's enough for fall damage for anyone. Just a couple of bruises.
I want to make an acrobatics check.
Sure.
You doing a backflip?
No, just to see if I land gracefully or ugly.
Ugly.
I think you land on your feet, but you stumble a couple of times before catching yourself.
It was mid as fuck.
11, by the way. He walks out into what appears to be just an average, like, city street, but here looks very different from the first floor. There appears to be a lot of wealth here. There are what you would think are banks and casinos and just like really nice houses, and everybody's dressed to the nines. I know an armorer down here and can help you out. He typically does augmenting. I'm sure we can work out some sort of exo armor.
What?
Anyway, he walks into starts walking down the block. Probably a couple, like, quarter mile. Do any of you want to do anything or try to veer off in this space or just like look for anything?
I want to go to a casino.
I knew it was coming. Goddamn.
Yeah, I knew when I said the word casino. And you know what? You find in a wall, like an ATM, a virtual casino.
Yield
Sick.
ATM.
A hologram comes up, and then the light hardens into a table, where then you see a robotic dealer pop up. Blackjack, sir?
Of course.
Excellent. What will you wager?
20 gold.
Jesus.
Okay, it'll be same thing as before.
Max bet plus 4 difficulty.
Plus 4 difficulty, which
Max-
was times 3, right?
I think so.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a d20 roll.
Yep.
You lose 20 gold immediately.
Awesome. I'll get up and I'll say, "Well," and I'll leave.
Fantastic. Just a few steps behind because it took so a split second of time. You catch back up to your group.
I lost it all.
Anybody else have anything they want to do here?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Can I find or maybe I'll do this before we get off the elevator. Can I use Cloak of Steve to look like a regular person and not a dude with
Yeah.
armor and weapons, but still
Yeah,
have
yeah.
that stuff?
You look like a mundane guy named Steve. I don't know if that takes away your weapons. It certainly would hide your armor. Hold on. Because it's a specific spell. Let me read.
Is it disguise self?
It's
Alter self.
not alter self.
Also, does that take a spell slot?
No, I don't believe so. Do you have the Cloak of Steve on here? There it is. Okay, then let me read off yourself.
Lasts for an hour.
It just says you transform your appearance, so I don't think that's gonna take away your. It's gonna hide your equipment. You're just gonna look like a different person. You're gonna look. You won't look split colored and unique in that way. If you want to look mundane, you certainly can do that. But you'll keep your equipment.
I mean, yeah, I might as well still do that.
Nope.
I would like to look
you become
like me, named Steve.
Perfect. Anybody else?
Can we all look like ourselves?
No.
Damn it.
I would like to be tinkering with my new toy.
Which
Oh
one?
yeah, those items.
Yeah. Who wants to take what?
Oh,
Do you have the description of those things?
Let me put the names in. They are all homebrew created. So you should be able to type them in and read them.
It sounded like
Okay.
wand of magic missiles and fireball were in there.
Kinda.
I would personally, I would like the bracers or the turbine gloves. No preference.
I want the
Off
wizard.
what I can remember off the top of my head, the bracers offer +3 to AC while not using a shield.
what's your AC,
Oh.
Kinfeth?
Oh man, there's so many good items. Do these require attunement?
And none of them require attunement. But,
Oh my god.
They are intended for one each. Technically, I can't stop you from doing otherwise, but they are intended to be one for each of you.
Kinfeth, what's your AC?
Stop killing her. My AC is 16.
Same.
The homing plasmoid launcher is essentially wand of magic missile, except for it does more damage. Anti-gravity hover pack, wings of flying. Microscopic detonators is essentially a wand of fireball. The dedicated wormhole is a bag of holding. The turbine gloves gives you plus. I think it makes your strength 19 if it's not already.
I want those actually, if I
and
could.
the shoulder-mounted aerial defense stock, it gives you a little buddy to shoot things.
I would like the turbine gloves, but like I said, I'm pretty stacked on magical items, so I don't mind being the person that carries the bag of holding either.
I'm down for the bag of holding, but also I might have tied for the lowest AC. Maeve, what's your AC?
Surely Eb has the lowest
15.
AC, but I know which one.
15.
Eb has the lowest AC, but giving him +3 does not change the fact that he has the lowest AC, which means it's not worth giving to him.
Unless that's a strat to up our average, that I'm down with that too. But technically, Maeve has lower AC than me.
I think Ebenezer made decisions.
Yeah, I think
I have a
Ebenezer was
drone.
the drone.
He's fine. He's fine. He doesn't even
Yeah.
know that gives +3 AC because he's very distracted by his weasel on a drone.
But also,
So-
I'm down to hold the cube because I feel like I hold cool things that keep things in them. So you tell me what's best.
Maeve and Ren, what magic items do you guys want?
What isn't like claimed?
Well, just you. Technically, nothing else is claimed at the moment, but
Fucking fireball.
Evan, Ryan, and myself all got pretty stacked with magic items this
Yeah.
last shopping spree, so you guys should definitely get priority over us. And same with Morgan, if Morgan was here.
I feel like
we
we
can
should
still
give
save
Morgan
it
the magic
for-
missiles on brand, but he might want something else.
I don't have much use for a thing that does fireball.
Right.
I like the
Get the
Go ahead.
wings, bro.
bracers.
I think Evan wanted the pack.
I mean, so here is something I would like to toss out there. while these might be intended for one person at a time, we can also like things like a jetpack pass them around. Like that doesn't have to be this person's thing now. Like we can
That's
just
true.
share that. Doesn't have to be.
So Maeve, you want the bracers?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Ren,
no
what
one
item?
else like really.
What item would you like, Ren?
Pack or fill.
I think you
More-
can already cast fly. I mean, it does use a spell slot, but
It also has, yeah, I mean, the spell slot's enormous, and
It's true.
fly is an action. The pack is
Sure.
a bonus action.
If I can get the promise from you that I can use that a time or two in the future, I will graciously let you have it and save that spell slot, Mr. Warlock.
Can I try conjuring my sword real quick? Does that work?
yeah, that is a magic item officially. Yes, because it is
Acted weapons are magic.
magic. Yes,
I
then
don't
yes,
know
you
that
can
they're-
you can pull out your sword.
Okay.
I think all of you would realize that your magic items are still functional.
Cool.
Good. Okay. What do
Morgan, what item would you like?
Oh no,
Morgan's
there.
not here.
Motherfucker. God, guys,
You can
he's
bet a
not
game
here.
for a second.
break the rules of the game. Let the man choose his magic item. He didn't buy anything last time.
Real quick while he's thinking, can we retcon that I blew a Brezio's Lost Penny Whistle on the elevator to play elevator music? I missed
Only if
Probably
they
would
die on
already
impact.
be elevator music, but sure.
I'm kind of imagining like Risk of Rain 2 though, like taking boring ass music and then turning it up to like 27 and making it a blast. But they would do that with a lute.
Sick.
Elevator music dubstep remix while we're fucking floating.
Yep, 4 little imps go crazy, floating through the air.
They're
They hit
angry
the
about it too.
ceiling,
Like
and then
the description has them disgruntled.
they are
They're a
certainly
grumpy imp
disgruntled.
quartet. Yeah.
They are perpetually attached to this whistle and can't do anything about it.
I'm cursed though. What Oh no.
Foster, I have questions.
Yes.
This device, does it use a spell slot to
I-
use it?
Don't believe it does.
It's listed as a first level spell.
That was
That's
my
at
cloak.
will.
But yeah, I think that means you can do it.
I think it'll put it on your sheet if you have access to the spell, but if the item is letting you cast it, typically it doesn't require a spell slot because the item is doing the effect. It's just mechanically that spell.
Yeah.
That's what
If
it
you-
seems like. I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure.
I think
That's
that's
just
how that's how
generally
Steve
that
is.
works.
I believe at will works like a cantrip also. So
Okay.
yeah, it I believe also has limits to its charges.
Yes, there are.
Okay.
I think I get 7 of them. But it sounds and looks like it regains the charges. I'm confused by the charges, to be honest with you, a little bit, but because the charges aren't listed on the spell, but if I go to my inventory and look at the item, it says there's charges.
Okay, I don't know why there's charges. There's actually not supposed to be. Basically, you get one,
Yes,
and once it dies,
it comes back.
it comes back after your next long rest.
Yes, that's sort of what I gathered myself. Okay, but so just disregard the charges.
Yeah, I don't know why there's there.
Okay, second question. This is my last one.
Sure.
It mentions a stat sheet. Where can I get said stat sheet?
It's supposed to be connected. In the inventory description, there are some underlined words. You can click on those and it'll pull it up.
Ah. Cool. Okay. That is all. Thank you.
Betsy. Why don't I-
Morgan, what item would you like?
Honestly, none of them.
You don't want the special magic missiles?
Do you want to be playing D&D?
I don't know. They just don't seem interesting for what. For Morgan.
Free magic missile casts with d6 damages or a free fireball every day doesn't seem interesting. Alright, well. Shit, I'll take his.
All right.
Ebenezer would
Dibs on-
like to cast Fireball.
Dibs on the gloves. The turbine gloves.
You got the turbine gloves. Okay.
Sick.
Who has what now? Where are we at? What's not been claimed?
Braces are on Maeve. Gloves are on Kinfath.
Basically, the bottom 3 items are taken right
Tigers on
now.
Wait, the
Ren.
bracers on Maeve.
Yes.
I'm fine with whatever, but Maeve spends half her time as a bear. It's a lot of AC.
I think they also
Mm,
apply to the bear
true.
now.
I would
Does
hope
it?
so.
Well, that's a good question.
If it
'Cause
does,
you-
then that's
you
correct.
lose your armor. when
Bears
you turn
don't have
into a
shield,
bear.
but bears don't have
That's-
shields.
That's
your,
true.
Your equipment morphs into your form. So technically, she would still get the bonuses of a bracers if you're a nice DM.
If the
If
bracers
that's how
work,
if that's how it's worded, then yeah.
then that's correct, and I fully support that 110%. Go armored bear, go.
Yeah, that's kick ass.
Yay.
Go bear,
Um,
go. Sea
Okay,
bear,
well
run.
that leaves.
Magic and the
I'll
box.
leave
Oh, and the gloves.
I'll take the box, I suppose.
Gloves with the-
I made a
Big-
big deal about the bag of holding.
Then that leaves the microscopic detonators and the plasmoid launcher, I believe.
Just fucking give it to me. I'll put it in my pocket. Probably forget about it.
Which
Plasmoid
one?
launcher for
Sure.
Morgan. Okay, that leaves Vesper with the fireball.
Ryan wants that, but are we really? Evan, do you want fireball? Like, I'll take the box. I would love to take the box.
I want the box. I mean, unless you really, really want the box.
I'm not gonna cast fireball. Like, I spend
I'm
all my
also not-
actions rezzing you guys, so I'll hold the box.
I fight in melee most of the time, so I also really don't want to be throwing fireballs.
It's like
I
a
mean, at least you're
powder-
ranged.
Yeah.
The thing is like powder.
They're like tiny red. It's like a pack of nanites essentially. That
Can I put it on an arrow?
explode?
That's what I was trying to suggest. Is that you could like. That would be kind of sick.
It does technically have mechanics for how it's meant to be used written into the thing.
Which thing?
Written into nanite replicating microscopic detonators on the page. But
Oh my god, this does so much damage.
it's
Sorry.
supposed to have a somewhat limited range, is the thing. So that's why I didn't want to put it on an arrow.
It makes the
Also,
arrow
like,
too heavy to fire over 60 feet.
Is that on there?
No, I just made it up.
Oh, well, great. I was like, wow, I was really thinking ahead. I made these 2 months ago. I don't remember.
Foster, can I wear one of the turbine gloves on my left hand and one of the deep root gauntlets on my right hand?
I think you would have to wear them both as a pair, whatever you choose.
God fucking damn it. I don't want these gloves anymore. They're great, but
What are you talking
the
about?
gloves are just I
What's-
have Luther's gloves that buff my melee damage and poison enemies,
Mm.
and I like those better than 19 strength is great, and it would be pretty cool. But I don't want to have to keep switching my gloves. So if anyone really wants the gloves, they can have them.
Do we want to put 19 strength on Kaelinor then as a melee fighter? I know you're mostly dex based, but that can't possibly hurt, right?
I am mostly dex based, and I also have plans to scale my weapons off int in a matter of levels. So
We could also give it to Maeve and or Ren.
I shit's
don't know.
charisma based. It's useless.
Maeve, do you want 2 magic items?
Sure, yeah.
Sounds like Ebenezer needs to be super strong here.
He does have a sword.
Ebenezer could use some strength.
He does have a sword now. I'll give him the gloves.
What an absurd thing.
I get the gloves. No one
Well-
protested.
Could Vesper use them? I mean, your weapon. Don't your weapons partially scale up strength?
I think
We are the most dex heavy party in all existence.
it could be really helpful for Maeve if Foster is nice, because if the armor is transferring, then the strength would probably transfer as well.
The
Maybe.
strength score definitely wouldn't, because that you get the stats of the bear when it comes to your flat stats.
But it would
That
it
doesn't
be
make
plus
sense.
I
something?
also don't think you could wear the bracers and the gloves at the same time.
That also makes sense.
What?
Can we put the
Imagine
jetpack on the bear?
like the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet. Like that's what this shit looks like.
Oh,
You didn't
well,
answer my question.
What was the question?
Can we put the jetpack on the bear?
I don't think it has a weight limit, so sure.
Oh my god!
Ebenezer, you can put the gloves in your
Wait,
inventory.
what happens if Maeve is wearing jetpack? Maeve turns into bear, consumed visually, out of bear's ass, sky bear.
That's so.
You know Nyan Cat?
Yeah.
Which are these the hard light bracers?
No, they're the turbine
solar-powered turbine
turbine gloves. Yes.
Is those going to
baby.
ebb officially?
Yes.
And this looks like the Infinity Gauntlet.
It looks like Iron Man's version of the Infinity Gauntlet, essentially.
Oh my
But you know
god!
when he's trying to pick up Thor's hammer and like the jets are coming off to help him? That's exactly what this does to make you stronger. It assists your movements.
Which means, Riley, every time that you make a strength check, you have to flavor how your gloves are helping you if you pass.
Oh my god! Ebenezer feels badass. That is all. That is all.
Okay.
Hey Foster,
Yeah.
the portable dedicated wormhole carrier doesn't
Yeah.
go into my inventory as a bag of holding. Is it okay if I just put a bag of holding in my inventory and rename it that?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
It does. Because I made it from that item. That's weird.
It
oh my
says
god!
it's a container, but it doesn't go like, you know how you can like say that you have a container equipped like your backpack or not?
Yeah.
It just goes inside of my backpack. I can't get it to become like a container in my inventory. I don't know.
Huh. Weird. Yeah.
I'll mess
go
around
ahead.
with it later.
Works. It does exactly that. So.
Thank you.
I just thought of new flavor is how I cast Fireball, and I'm excited to use it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that seems like it would be right up your alley.
I wasn't, Ryan, yeah. Callum would have, I would have beat somebody up for that item, but Vesper's like, I'll hold the suitcase,
Guys, these gloves, my strength goes from -1 to +1.
It's beautiful.
You're the
A
strongest
frail-
person in our party now.
A frail
Oh my
old man
God.
walks up to a wall and Vi punches through it.
By a significant margin. Strength sound off? I think most of us
8.
are -1.
I'm 10.
Yep.
13.
And then Zach's is like 13 or 14.
The strongest.
50.
Dude, this is glorious. The glorious evolution, some might say.
Uh-huh.
Now I want to leave.
Oh man.
Okay. You all work that out up there, and while it's going on, Morgan,
Yay. I'm going to be tested and probably die.
you are
Hopefully.
brought down multiple city streets.
God willing.
Down a set of stairs, down another set of stairs, through a secret door, through another secret door,
Ah, yes. Doors.
and then finally, it is opened up into a large gathering of people. All of them most of them, I should say, look rather skinny. Underfed, if you will. and the two of them who brought you here turn to you and say, "Come back here tomorrow, bright and early, and you're in."
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Sick.
It's okay. What? I'm just gonna camp out somewhere.
Yeah, you can go now, they say.
Can I? Do I have to leave, or can I wander?
Yeah, you gotta go.
That this makes,
Part of the test.
this
Part of the test.
makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, give me an insight check if you will.
Okay. What the fuck? 14.
You see a look shared between them, but you're not quite able to read what it means, but they insist that you leave.
I want a question. I want to go. No, really, what? No, really. What the
It's
fuck?
part of the test.
I want to re-insight check that.
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to. I guess I'm going to leave.
All right.
I
Where do you
guess.
want to go? Do you head back generally towards the elevator, towards what? What do you got to? Exploring?
Exploring, I guess, because I don't know. I'm gonna start using my my I don't know, that's signals, never mind. I'm just gonna casually make sure I know where I'm going when I go back.
Sure. You follow the path back and visually or mentally take down every turn. And you exit back into the sort of city proper, coming back up that last set of stairs. I need you to make me a perception check, please.
Perception is ass. 11. No, he's reaching.
I singed my arm on a candle a little bit there.
Ouch.
Commitment.
Ooh.
Okay. Now I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh, it was on 11, but whatever. 8.
After not, unfortunately, seeing it coming by a very small margin.
I can't be surprised. I took the alert feat, just so you know.
Okay. Well, then I guess you don't see it coming, but you well, surprised means you can't. Interesting.
Surprised is like getting a whole, like, if it was
It's an
a
initiative thing.
surprise round, the entire like group of enemies attacking him would get around before he could react. But that doesn't stop a spell from being cast or an effect from being done, is my understanding.
I don't know. I just thought I'd let you know.
That did change what I thought about it, but with the poor perception check followed by a poor saving throw, what happens is a rag is put over your nose and mouth, and everything quickly goes dark. And I'll catch
Yay!
back up with you in a second.
Dun, dun,
Ah.
dun.
The rest of you, having distributed your magic items properly, are finally walked into the armorer's shop, where you see what looks to be, if you ever played Cyberpunk, kind of like a Ripper Dock, but a Ripper Dock in the nice areas.
Nice.
If not, Google that, because I don't know
there's
how
one.
else to describe it.
There's one of those.
Yeah, they're all over the place, but
No, the nice one though, that isn't like an illegal back alley shop. There's only one.
well, Google that one. I thought there was at least two.
Nah, dog, that city's fucked up.
That's true.
Anyway, you see a guy who's like looking at a guy on the operating table, whose arm is like being grafted in this like green synthetic material. But he looks up Take 5, man. And he walks over to Jessox. Mr. Daintree, pleasure to see you as always. What can I do for you and your fine friends here?
We're looking to fit in.
Well, some of you won't be too hard. My large furry friend, that's going to be a difficult task, but I will do my best.
So I'd prefer to keep the integrity of my robe here. It's very meaningful. So if whatever you can do for that would be great.
Would you like it to stay on the outside, or should we protect it?
I would love to protect the robe.
Very well. You're all here for armors, I assume. You are all not ogged, I see.
And I'm broke.
Do any of you even have ports?
We
What?
sailed out of a port this morning.
Interesting.
Nice.
Well,
Oh God.
I think we can figure something out. He walks into the back.
Steal everything.
There's mostly medical supplies out front.
Health
But
potions.
you can find a free medical kit if you want.
Yeah.
Just watching us go through this guy's stuff.
I think Jessex is just kind of unconcerned knowing that he can just replace it. The doc comes back out and says, "This is these are prototypes, so I'll need them back before." What are you doing exactly?
I will look at
J-
Jetux.
Yeah, Jessex says, "We can return them to you in a day's time, maybe 2. And you're willing to, to replace them if things go." Yes, my friend. I will replace them personally.
Excuse me.
So he hands out to each of you a individual cube after looking at each of your persons. He hands you a cube that's a couple inches by a couple inches. Say its activation phrase, and it will mimic what you have on to the best of its ability. Hopefully that'll help you blend in, but I cannot stress enough how much I need these back.
What's the activation phrase?
That's a great question.
Armor on.
It's morphin time.
Go, Cube, go!
Dibs on Blue Ranger if we do get to be Power Rangers.
Dibs on
Armistice.
Armithis?
Armistice.
Armistice.
Ken Fath will say questioningly.
Mechanically, what does this do?
The only thing it'll do mechanically is be whatever type of armor you have on, even if that is no armor, it's just clothing that matches that.
Oh, cool.
So if you have plate, it's plate for you for now. If you have just robes, it's just a fancy synthetic looking robe.
So,
I just wanted a jacket to put on over my wizard.
I am
robes.
Steve.
It's good to meet
Who
you.
are you?
We-
object permanent.
Where is Vesper?
So you all, if you can keep on what you have if you want.
Nope.
But mechanically, but if visually, if you'd like to be blending in, you have that option now.
So
I
As
just
long
wanna-
as you return these.
I just want to buy a jacket somewhere, or try to get a jacket somewhere, because I want to take it with me.
Well, I can certainly provide you a jacket. Abraham,
Like a,
if you
like
will.
kind of like a long jacket.
You see a warforged. The ones that you saw on the boat were black and had guns. This one you see is sleek and blue, and it has like this thing going off the back, and its feet and hands have wheels attached as it fucking speeds up to you, carrying a cool ass jacket.
Amazing. Is it like V's jacket?
It can be V's jacket exactly, or Johnny's, whichever you prefer.
I like V's.
How
All
much
right,
would these armors theoretically sell for?
Are you asking that out loud?
No, to my DM.
Then you don't know.
I say it out loud. I'm kidding. Okay.
I would like to.
Any number I put on it will incentivize their theft, and I don't want that to happen.
He's learning.
Respect.
Oh man.
You could say 10 gold and I'm selling it.
As this robot delivers me a jacket, I would like to ask Jesux, what about weapons? We're a bit out of our depth. What are we going to be faced with should something turn to violence?
Most nowadays can only afford energy swords, which shouldn't outclass even what you have. Your more basic broadswords, long swords, short swords, and fists should do you just fine down there. As far as magic, I believe you all to be still charged to some degree, but I should make you aware that once you've used your magic, it will not return to you. Not till you leave this place.
It's not a problem.
Troubling. Not to circle back, but what about the soldier drones, robots, whatever, that escorted us inside? Had ranged weaponry. What does that do?
It's Are you familiar with? No, yes, you taught me about firearms.
Yes.
Huh.
Quite
some time ago.
Yes.
Well, they are similar to that, evolved, if you will, disregarding the need for gunpowder, for casings, for bullets. Instead, firing concentrated energy.
Interesting. Not dissimilar to magic.
Can I have one of those?
Very similar. Well, they are attached to the robots.
I'll take the whole robot. Steve
do
is
not have
reaching.
any for people to use, or are they just for the robots?
They are not intended for commercial use. They are quite dangerous.
My good friend.
You gave me fire.
The multiple times throughout time that I have met you, you've seemed to be a well-intended person, but the longer I am here and talking to you about the environment you've cultivated, the more I understand why the people see you as a tyrant. If you have a force of near indestructible machines with weapons beyond their capacity to oppress them with.
I can see your point.
Just consider that as you go into this meeting.
I shall. Now then, I must get back to a more business-related meeting, but I wish you all the best. Abraham can assist you from here, but the Warforged cannot assist you once you're on those lower levels. Please do let me know if you need anything else. And he's going to walk off, and Kaelinor, give me an insight check.
I'm bad at that. Where's insight on here? 15.
You notice, even on his rather stiff, metallic face, his body language is very pensive. He's walking slowly and taking in his environment. And you are able to clock that you made him think.
Sick.
What do the rest of you do?
I'm gonna say Artemis, and you guys I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but the cube is gonna spring to life, and I'm wearing a robe, so it's gonna kind of turn into like
No,
a
it's
tight
not.
Nothing happens when you say Artemis.
What the fuck is the word?
Armistice.
Armistice. I'm gonna say it in many variations until I get it.
Bitch.
Artemis, arthritis.
Fuck.
Arachnid. Hell.
Armor on. Guys, this isn't working. Armistice. Oh, and then it's gonna spring and it's gonna like become a fitted shirt on top with like flared open robe like bottoms. And instead of there being like kind of white clouds engaged in blue, it's gonna be a little bit like more gray with white like stripes diagonally going across different portions of the robe.
That sequence was very like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1. I love it.
Foster question. With
Denied.
with my newly
No, you-
attached gauntlets and my drone, how much of my current outfit would I have seen blend into the crowd that I've seen through my
What?
journeys through this building?
That question I feel like didn't make sense.
I'm trying not to use the cube because
You
I
have
don't
a
want to be
wizard hat
responsible
on.
for it.
Imagine, I would like you to imagine an old man in blue plain robes wearing
Yeah.
a giant gauntlet and a weasel on his shoulder
Hold on, the
in
gauntlet's not,
Cyberpunk.
the gauntlet's not big.
It's big. Okay, you got to think. It's
Vi.
It's Iron Man gauntlet.
Yeah,
It's not
it's-
that big.
it's compared to your frame.
Listen, I just think that blue.
It's between an Iron Man arm and a Vi gauntlet. It's pretty large, especially compared to you.
Like the Hulk
but-
gloves.
Yeah.
This is the
that's way
foam
too
ones.
Yeah.
With your clearly wizard robe and wizard hat, I do think you would stand out.
Dang
pretty
it.
well.
Fine, I'll use the stupid cube.
I'm Steve. And now I look like Steve.
What is Steve now wearing? Does he
I-
use the cube?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. What is like normal? I feel like Norm
Well-
from fucking Phineas and Ferb, but like not in a suit.
Sure. Just like a super boring guy, but wearing like a
Khakis.
leather like a leather jacket and like a metallic red undershirt, perhaps.
Yep, that's it. That's the one. Khakis.
Nice. Anybody else using a cube? What do they
I
look
just have
like?
a jacket.
I don't know. You would still have her like dad's cloak, but just like a more modern version of everything she's wearing.
Sick. Celebration. Is Ren doing this or keeping his current armor on?
Nope. Current.
Okay. That's fine.
My gut will not let me make this mistake
Oh,
twice.
hey. I'm going to give everybody a good berry while we're getting suited up in here. I will gently and silently hand them out. And hey guys, it's actually Vesper. I'm not Steve.
What do you all do at this point? You have your gear, you have your mission. What are you doing?
I'm gonna say, well, I think Morgan's still waiting for us, guys. So let's go back to the first floor
Surely he's still there.
and fill him in.
Morgan would never go on his own.
And all the time I've known him, he wouldn't.
No.
I will
Also, he would probably
Ignorantly
like this
march
wand
towards
that
the
we
elevator.
left for him of missiles.
You make your way into the elevator. What floor?
Ground.
Is that
Coming
where we
right
came
up.
in at?
I think so, right?
You go down and down and down and down until you actually go 2 floors beneath where you were.
Fuck.
And as you come out, you notice most of this floor being taped off and halfway flooded.
Oh.
I'll turn
Uh,
back into the elevator. Tell the robot. That looks awful. Can we go up 2 floors?
Indeed. I should have assumed you meant 1. I forgot that you're not from now.
Well,
European standard bullshit.
thank you for your help,
You
Abraham.
go back up to the first floor you came in on, which has officially been designated floor 1. That used to be the first floor, you see, but it was global warming, and
Oh.
it's the top, and the door opens.
Wow.
I won't explain what that means. You'd rather not know.
Makes sense to me. I'll step out. Morgan! And I'll look around for him.
Morgan, you find yourself tied to tracks.
Yay.
I don't think you know entirely what that means,
Uh-huh.
but you do see standing just in front of you on top of the wall next to these tracks is a man in a black cloak wearing a black mask.
Dad?
Tell me where their HQ is, and you walk free.
What? I live. What?
Tell me where the Cora HQ is, and you walk free.
What's the
And as he
Cora?
says it a second time, you do see a bright light in a giant metal box come around a corner, barreling towards you.
I have no idea what this is.
Dibs on the magic missile thing.
Where
Thing I
is
don't have it.
Cora's HQ?
I'm just going. What's that?
This thing gets closer and closer. It doesn't have to be this way.
What way? Well, I don't know what's happening.
Have you never? The thing's gonna kill you.
Oh, I mean, I'm already dying, so I mean,
Fucking.
Train.
Right as the train is about to hit you, the floor connected to the track that you're on lowers. And I
As soon
definitely
as-
didn't steal it from a Kingsman movie.
Yeah,
I
you
knew
did.
exactly what it was too.
And the train passes over you.
Oh, that's what that does.
He takes off the mask, and it's one of the two that you saw before.
Hmm. Oh, hi.
Good work, Corel. We can trust you.
So, do I still need to come tomorrow, or?
You can come whenever you want.
Ah, cool. I want to go back and wander. After they release me from the floor.
They untie you, and they're like, go to have fun. We are gonna have a meeting though tomorrow morning, so if do come back at least by then. But
Okay.
all right, good scene. Releases you, and you're free to wander. Where do you go?
I'm going back to where that room was. All the shit down in there.
You going back to the HQ?
Yeah.
All right.
Are there still people down there?
Yeah, I mean they're still hanging
Great.
out.
I am listening to conversations as I walk around. If I catch anything, let me know.
Sure. I will come back to you.
I'll be right back.
Sure. The rest of you go to the spot where you left Morgan, and to great surprise, he isn't there.
Oh my god.
Who could have predicted this?
Oh well.
I believe Morgan has moved
Don't you?
or is missing.
I don't see him. I think you're right, Steve.
Ren's gonna stick both arms out and just kind of feel around the air in his immediate, like, 2-foot vicinity. Nope, not here.
Good call. I'll check too, and I'm gonna like helicopter blade 10 feet.
You have 20. Ren's gonna duck.
Reminds me of a joke I heard that was like, I like to surround myself with people who are smarter than I am, and then do a big spin attack. Yeah,
Well,
clearly you do not find Morgan.
Fuck. I thought we would get him.
I did too. Well,
Okay, I would like to action find Morgan.
Accio Morgan.
Are you all looking for your friend?
Yes.
Abraham?
I'm Steve.
Who said that?
You heard a voice from above you, but then shortly after, you see not a Warforged, but just another robot walk up, similar to the one that was at the blackjack table.
Oh, Yeah.
He did wander into the elevator, although we don't have cameras beyond it. I believe he got off a floor up from here.
okay. We'll start looking there then.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Yes. Goodbye. And robot walks off.
These robots are convenient.
What a kind stranger.
Yeah, I don't get why these guys don't like what's going on here. I've had many questions answered, and they did take my money, so I guess I kind of get it. But come on, gang, to the elevator. Scooby-Doo style run.
The arm, like, yeah.
One floor up, you are
Dang.
met with a worsened sight from the first floor beneath you. Similar to what Morgan saw, people in homeless tents, in encampments, in just dirty, beat up houses, like crumbling infrastructure and architecture. What do you all do? What do you all look for?
Well,
Morgan.
I'm gonna wait for someone else to say something first, because I know what Kinfath would do, and it's not gonna be the best way to go about it. No one spoke. I'm gonna go to the first person I find and say, "Hey, we're looking for the Resistance and our friend. Have you seen either of them?"
Why can't we just walk?
That the first guy you see goes, "Hey man, I'm not with the Resistance. I'm not with. I don't know him," and sprints away as fast as possible.
Outstanding work.
Well, I don't know what I said wrong, but on to the next person, I guess.
Before you do that,
Wait.
What's the problem?
I believe the point of this mission is to not be obvious and, blunt about what's going on here.
Not a lot of time has passed. I can't imagine Morgan's gone too far. Why don't we just wander around a little bit and look for him?
If I
Going
were
to front
Morgan,
door?
and I'm not, I'm Steve, but if I were Morgan, where would I go?
If I were Morgan,
Can't.
I would go to the casino and spend my
Wait,
money.
No.
everybody. I got this. I activate Droney.
Are you naming it Droney?
The E is silent, Ebenezer.
His weasel's named
Droney.
Lizard. Why wouldn't he name it Droney?
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Droney flies up. It
Yes.
looks like a white circle with a kind of a line separating it where the seam is, with a red eye, and it is supported by quad copter style propellers.
Freaking
Whoa.
sick, nasty guys. I got this cool gadget. I'm gonna get around with it. Give me one moment. I would like to use Droney to look for shady, conspicuous individuals.
That is everybody.
Whole
Before we
room
do
lights
this,
up.
That is literally everybody.
You give
I-
Droney that directive. It flies up looking for shady, conspicuous individuals, short circuits, and falls to the ground.
Oh my god. Okay,
Ebenezer, what did your pet robot find?
I don't think it found anything. I'm working on it. It's new to me. I don't know this technology.
Did he give that command verbally? Did we hear him say that?
No, probably not.
Doesn't it have to be verbal? Does it have
Yeah, I would
verbal
assume
components?
your command to the robot would have to be verbal if you're going to guide it.
Crap. Okay,
It's
fine.
not magic. So
I
how
did
about
say it verbally.
you ask it to look for Morgan?
I mean, yeah, I suppose that would work too, maybe.
Quite
Yeah.
possibly the thing we were trying to do.
Ebenezer will
Crazy.
pick up the drone, put it back on its charging pad, let it, reboot, so to speak, and have
He
it
totally
take off
knows what that
again.
means.
Is it so to speak or literally?
Technically, it can't do that quickly, but yeah, sure, because
It didn't actually die.
you send it off, and you see it looking for Morgan, and it doesn't know who that is.
I
So
freaking
it is
knew that was gonna
flying
happen.
around for a while. It gathers some video footage and comes back to you, and displays its
Hold-
flyover
Hold on.
with
I thought that.
no Morgan.
Are you not manually controlling it?
No.
No, you just send it off to do a thing.
Yes.
Why don't you put Weasel on it or your Weasel on it? And then you can just look around.
I can look around with it though. Like I can
No.
see what it's seeing.
Well,
This is true. I forgot that's part of it. On the shoulder pad, a display comes out in front of you.
Yes.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's sick.
So Lizard's looking at Droney's perspective for me.
Your guy in the
Set them
chair
eyes
is your
together.
lizard sitting on your shoulder with a monitor.
This is like FaceTiming somebody else FaceTiming somebody else.
I mean, if I don't have to give it, well, I'll give it the command of look about, I guess, and
Look.
give me an.
A vast
Well, I don't know. I
unity.
mean, it already came back with footage, and I didn't find anything. So
Can I
No,
make a
give me
Morgan check?
Give me an investigation check, Ebenezer, please.
can I use my inspiration on this?
You may.
Good call.
He
good call.
remembered.
Does that? So I got a 12. What does DM inspiration do again?
Advantage.
Roll
It's
again.
just
Advantage.
Advantage.
Okay. Freaking. There it is. That's worse. Dang it.
Nice.
With a 12,
I mean, 12's still pretty okay.
yeah, with a 12, you can't see Morgan because he's just frankly not there to be seen.
Yeah.
But when you're looking for shady, suspicious people, you do see a very tall and broad, long-haired blonde man, standing in a corner, looking around all shifty like. There's a lot of people looking shifty like, but for some reason, he stands out. Mostly his form. That's mostly it.
Okay.
Why he stands out.
When Droney lands back on my shoulder, after taking in the sights, team, there is a conspicuous standout character that we might go investigate or tail or talk to. I don't really know. But if you guys want to check him out, I mean, he's this way, and Ebenezer will start to meander in that direction.
May I
follow.
make some sort of insight or something of that nature to try to make my best guess of walking off of the elevator where Morgan would have gone? Just based on our immediate. Okay, blending
I think you
in,
could-
trying to get info, where would I think Morgan would go?
I think that would be an investigation check.
Okay. 14. If there's like an obvious back alley or like Morgan's go here sign or
There is one alley on like the far left, in generally the direction that Ebenezer is walking, that is clearly the darkest. And I think Vesper would put together that's kind of Morgan's MO and maybe take that route.
Okay.
Is that a different direction than where Ebenezer went following his guy?
It's the same general direction. I think Ebenezer would probably be an alley over.
I'm gonna scoot an alley over and I'll let you guys know if I see anything and we can meet on the other side. Deal? And
I'll go with you, Vesper.
Duck, sure, and go around the other way.
I'll go with Ebenezer.
You go with Vesper.
Where's Maeve going?
She'd go with Kinpath and Ebenezer, I think.
Rad. I'm just going to designate that Ren's also there because he's not here to answer for himself.
And then I fireball that group.
Nice. Right? I made the right call. I won the coin flip.
Yep.
Let's say Vesper and Kaelinor. Right? That's the group? You two?
Yes.
Gang.
You make your way down this alley, and there's a surprisingly small amount of people back here. You see one guy hanging out by a dumpster, sitting down, eating what appears to be his lunch. Another guy sitting out the back door of what is some sort of kitchen on a smoke break, but other than that, there's a notably small amount of people here.
Okay.
What do you do? What do you look for?
Morgan is what I look
Yeah, I was
for.
about to say. I'm just walking around looking for Morgan.
Is there anything that I could gather that would help me blend in anymore? Like, if everybody back here is smoking, I'm gonna do that. Well, I might not be able to actually.
Why would you not be able to?
I don't think I could grow pot unless I had some in my jar.
That's true.
What is in your jar?
Cleric buds and herbs.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to write you mechanics for those. Your cleric buds are almost sprouted, I would say also.
Sick.
Probably like one more day, and you would get some cleric buds.
Good berries, I guess. I'll bloop 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 like fucking gummies.
As you both look for Morgan, I guess both of you give me another investigation.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, can I just fucking help?
Sure.
Help action? Nope.
How do you help?
That's not him for sure. Morgan would never eat lunch
You're right.
in front of somebody else.
24 on that second one.
Oh, excellent. You with a 24 spend some good amount of time in here just off of Vesper's initial gut feeling. And through some keen eye, you spot a brick that is not quite flush with the rest. And on that brick is a tiny little flap.
A flap?
A flap.
I would like to inspect the flap.
You inspect the
Is
flap
anybody
to
watching us?
find a tiny button.
Yes.
You see the guy at the dumpster eating his lunch is looking right at you.
Look at Vesper.
Steve blows him a kiss. Press the button.
You sure?
As you press the button, some of the bricks slide forward and slide to the side. And you hear the man call out from behind you. Are you with him? I don't recognize you.
You're not supposed to
Yes.
recognize us, sir.
What is
That's the point.
Disguises. I see. I'm too high to tell anyway.
Hell yeah,
he
brother.
Lays his head against the dumpster.
That was fortunate.
Before anything else happens there, the other group, Kinfath, Maeve, Ebenezer. At least one of you has a sensible head about you, so Maeve, what do you do?
It's like Maeve and her two grandparents.
I can't be mad. Like I just can't. I can't
No,
be
you
mad.
can't. That is correct. Good observation.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
I look around, I guess. I don't know what's going on, where we're
with,
at.
with a little bit of looking, you do see the large blonde man that Ebenezer was talking about before. I guess Ebenezer would be the only one to recognize him immediately.
That's. Or and I quickly lower my voice. That's the man I was talking about.
Okay. What are we supposed to go talk to him?
I think you should.
I
We
don't know
are.
what to say.
We're very good at talking to people. I think we just. I think we just. Well. Can I use a perception check to see if he's like fiddling with something or keeping an eye on something or looking in a different direction continually? Like,
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
that's a 5. Someone else should do this.
Okay. Damn. Also 5, but plus 7, so it's chill.
Oh my god.
You
Jesus.
can tell he's still shifty, like he's looking around constantly, but you're not able to get a direction on like what he's paying attention to the most. But he is talking to another individual in front of him with a hushed tone.
I want to listen.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to what?
I want to try and listen.
Cool. Give me a stealth check to try to listen without being seen.
17.
They don't notice. You are able to tuck behind a little sign, a little neon, and get close enough to not be heard or seen. And you hear my wife is a great leader, but I can't let our people risk their lives for her cause. We have to. I'll go. She can go if she wants. But the people will follow her every word unquestionably. That amount of power has to be checked. She is working for a great cause, but we have to try to convince her to think of another way. Come on, let's go. And you see them start walking down sort of a connecting alley towards the direction that Vesper previously went.
Let's follow.
I'll need a group stealth check from all 4 of you. This includes Ren. We'll catch you up. What did you miss? So how long have you been gone?
Bummer.
Also, is everything okay?
Yeah, I can talk about it later. Yeah, you said stealth check.
Yeah.
I played a bunch of the bod, by the way,
Okay.
so I can just.
Do I need a reroll still?
Oh, sick. My disadvantage was 14.
Somehow, this group of 4 goes unnoticed by both
Nah,
of them.
Let's
Yes.
easy.
Insane. I rolled a 2 and then a 6. You were able to follow these people as they walk into the next alley over, and they see an open brick wall. Kaelinor and Vesper, would you have gone down the stairs immediately?
I was gonna recommend to Vesper that we find our friends before
Not
venturing
do
into
that,
the
yes.
dark.
That's why I
scary
checked
hole
if
of the wall.
anyone else was around.
Okay. You two are not there. What I'm gonna say is that would you two have gone down this alley that is connecting the two, or would have you gone back the way you came? Actually, I'll ask you that.
Probably back the way we came. I think.
I bet I would have recommended one of us stay there and one of us go one alley over and grab them.
That makes sense, yeah.
Is what? So would you have wanted to
Who's
stay or dip between?
I probably would have stayed. Sent you
Okay,
back.
then I would have cut through diagonally, not back where we came, to try to anticipate their movement parallel with ours and go over.
And I'm standing in next. So if I press the button again, does it close?
It doesn't.
Okay. Well, then I would have tried that and then been like,
Okay, so Vesper, are you saying that you would be going down the alley they're coming from now, or a different alley?
Whatever is immediately, if the two alleys are like this and the door is at one point, whatever one is closest straight across.
Yeah, that would be that one.
Okay, sure.
You start walking that way, and the rest of you all see Steve looking very nonchalant, walking towards you. How do you interact in any way
I'll whistle at
from
him.
this distance?
I'll whistle at him.
Yeah, you whistle, and the 2 individuals turn around, immediately see a group of 4 standing behind. Oh fuck, we're in so much trouble.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't whistling at you. My friend is down the alleyway. And
Hey,
he's-
we're barely friends. I told you to stop whistling at me.
It's not like I don't. I don't understand why
This-
whistling is
you
such a
can't
big
have
deal
it.
to you. I
Why
want
do
it.
you guys always argue like this? You argue all the time.
And
this
you're
is
still
not
with him?
arguing.
You're still with him and you're whistling at me.
No, it.
what the
It's
fuck?
not what it looks like.
He's with me. What's the problem with that?
Hey, calm down. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry about this. Let's go over
some
here.
sort of weird polycule situation that we don't want to be involved in.
My brother in Christ, it's 5,100. You're still judging people for polyamory?
Yeah, that's
No,
way uncalled for.
I'm kind of into it, but this seems unhealthy and toxic. Is all I'm saying.
What seems
Well, at the end of
unhealthy
the
and
day-
toxic is you being in the. Where are you going?
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah. The way
Can I
the,
hear this?
the way the way
Probably.
the way we see it is that you're in our way. So why don't you get out of our way?
Seems
And
like
we'll
meddling in
deal-
other people's business is
Yeah. We'll
toxic
deal.
too.
Yeah, this is clearly a secret dark alley for like sus behavior. Could you please let
We're
us continue?
engaging in.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know
Yeah.
what? You're totally right. They walk towards the alley with the open door. They see Kaelinor standing by the open door.
Who's not looking because he's doing this in just frustration and disappointment.
They just go, fucking.
And from behind
We
them,
gotta-
I want to have followed them. Yeah, we're gonna go in there too.
The big guy looks over to the man who's high off his ass next to the dumpster. Ron, you literally have one job. You have literally one job. And he's just like, fucking, yep. Yep.
Right.
Okay, well, I don't think the two of us could prevent you from going down there if we tried.
Probably not now.
Lucky for
I
you,
would,
We could
we're
be
just
cool
looking to
about it.
talk.
I better take you to my wife.
That's a
Come
weird
on.
peace offering, but
I'm
yeah,
gonna gesture to Steve. I'm gonna go. She can't have any of this. Just so we're clear.
it's true.
That's I don't. We used to be poly, but now we're monogamous. We settled down, so that's our.
Good for you, I guess.
I either way's fine, but I just want to make it clear I'm cool with it as long
fine if
as
you are.
everything here is everybody's having fun and everybody, everybody said they wanted it, then that's fine with me.
I am not having fun.
Should I report that?
Well, jealousy. Anyway, down the stairs, is that the direction that we go?
You start heading down the stairs. Morgan,
Yeah.
you have been down there for quite some time, listening. The information I think you're able to gather is that a large-scale attack is planned for tomorrow morning.
Yes.
You aren't quite sure when or where exactly yet, but that's the murmurings about. And it's not long before, after through some stairs and down some other stairs and through a secret door and through another secret door, the 6 of the rest of you come out onto this balcony overlooking a large group of rather thin-looking people. You don't see Morgan here unless Morgan is Morgan again.
No, I haven't came back yet.
Then
I do say
They-
I wanted to try and find the more in charge people and just try and go that route before you continue. So you can think about that.
yeah, well, you're probably
could
gonna find
or I
one
could
out in
just
just a
follow them.
second. Yeah, well, I mean, you see these people being led by actually one of the same people you saw earlier, giant, thick man. As he, as you enter out onto this balcony, he says, "I'm Samson, by the way. I guess good to meet you all, and you're." Anyway, he climbs down a ladder on the side of this thing and leads you down a hallway with a locked room where he connects a port on his hand into the wall. It reads him, and the door unlocks. Oh, she's not going to be happy. Come on.
Is it
what are
because
you
you're
all-
here?
Are you guys looking at anything or doing anything while you're like passing through and seeing this kind of standing militia of weak-looking people?
I'm
Not
gonna
really.
I would like to
Sick
skim for
brain.
like what kind of resources they have. Like,
Sure.
do they have like stockpiles of anything? Is there anybody who's armed?
You do see. You know what? Give me a perception check.
Sure. I'm gonna use my luck point for the day.
Understandable.
A little better, 15.
With a 15, the people close to you that you can see a lot of them do have blades of sorts, either daggers or swords, mostly these futuristic looking blades. You do think you see one or two like basic like gunpowder guns out there,
Interesting.
but beyond that you can't see individual arms. You can, however, see big stacked crates, like a stack of 5 that just says gunpowder on it.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. Would-
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna, before we leave, take my box and just start scooping. Need some of that.
Morgan, do you try to follow these guys? I think with your observational skills, you would have seen this door get unlocked.
And I probably would be like, "Oh, Samson."
Would you follow as Corel or as Morgan?
I'm gonna follow as Corel.
All
Just to
right.
see if this is interesting.
We're all with Samson, right?
Yeah.
How obvious are you being, Corel?
You don't know who the fuck I am, so
No.
You don't
but
know who
if
the
someone
fuck I
starts-
am.
If someone starts following our group, I'm gonna point it
Steve.
out.
I mean, I can be sneaky, but not like I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, ha 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 ha. I'm
There's
not making it
someone singing
obvious, but
behind
I'm not
us.
making it stealth-like. Just kind of,
You're just trying to look casual, like he belongs there.
yeah.
Word. About 10 feet, 15 feet maybe back, you see a man following you in. And
I'm gonna
Corel
go-
is able to catch the door right before it's about to close
Can
and
we
follow
interact with
inside.
that, or is he getting in? Period.
Well, how would you interact with it?
I would probably stop him from coming in. If this
I don't
is
think
a
I would know
if
the
this is
difference.
supposed to- Well, I mean, if this is a closed
I-
door meeting, I don't think I would want strangers walking in.
Yeah, if we picked up another dude out of that group of random militiamen as we're going to interrogate their leader, yes, I would definitely notice that. I think.
Seeing that he's trying to stop me, I'm gonna message him.
There it is.
Don't work.
There it is. I would let him through.
Does the message go through?
Oh.
Is this a cantrip?
Yep.
It is a cantrip.
It does not go through.
Ooh.
I'm going to.
Would he know that it didn't go through?
We
I'm
still
not
had
sure
some-
if you would. I think you would get like you're used to this like it's like touching something, you know. When you're reaching out for fucking a piece of bark and you just get air. That feeling, but magical.
It was a good thought, but you just got cock-blocked by the universe.
Yeah.
I'd be like, who the fuck is this guy?
I think the door's still getting closed. Or I will try to keep him out. I don't
Well, Samson's
know
here,
how that
right?
works.
I would imagine though Samson would be in front and this other person that was with him would probably be the one in the back.
Makes sense.
And then I didn't message. I don't know what's happening now.
I don't think you
Tell
would
me
message,
what
but I
We're all standing at a door like this. 1, 2,
I
3.
bet-
You
hmm,
want him in the room,
I do want him in the room.
then he gets in.
Is the thing.
There we go.
Well,
It's just
in-
more
I mean-
convenient.
In that case, I would probably go, Samson, there's a guy trying to get him back here. Do you let anyone into these meetings?
He turns and he cracks the door open a little bit. Coro?
Yes, that's me.
You know, I suppose you should meet her too. Come here.
Okay.
Closes the door.
Hi, I'm Steve.
I am Kinfath. Hello, Corel.
I stare at their hands because I don't know what this is.
I would reach for your hand actively. Hello, Corel. I am Kinfath.
An unassuming man walks up to you and his arm just.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hello.
I'm gonna nervously look at Samson and go,
I don't exactly trust him either, but we don't have a lot of choice.
Okay.
All right. You get to the last door on the right side of this hall. Did you have something, Ivy?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You super
Fair.
sure? All right.
Yeah. I'm good.
They open the door, and you see a grizzled-looking, maybe mid-50s, salt and pepper hair, tiefling woman, who you immediately recognize as Delilah.
Yep.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Wait,
That's not Ebenezer's grandson, is it?
No,
Ooh.
how?
I
Tiefling's
think that's where we're
age?
gonna stop for this week.
She's
Damn.
4,000 years old.
Hey, so are we.
I mean, right, but we time traveled to make that happen. And
Right.
Jessox put his brain in a fucking tube of sludge. So what's up with
These
this?
are great questions for next time.
I want to keep going.
Yeah, I'm free until next time if we want to just do a week-long session until then. A
Same.
2-week-long section. I don't know. Holy fuck. Is she still hot?
Is she a refined
That's an important question.
grizzly
Well,
50-year-old woman?
what you would, well,
We
on.
can say yes.
Sarah Connor in the in Terminator Genesis, I think that was the one she came back in, where that actress was like 70, but she still looked badass. That's what she got.
Oh, okay.
The 2015 movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see.
Let's see. What does this bitch look like?
Okay, so I pull a red marble out of a pouch and throw it into the gunpowder bin.
It's not
That's
Genesis. That's the
literally
wrong
was-
one, because that's just Amelia Clark. I think. There we go. Copy image. Image beyond. Paste it.
Sick.
Yeah.
I see.
I'd take her out for a nice cup of coffee.
That is your
Nobody
grandson's
wants
ex-wife.
you to do that.
Ebenezer would take her, to be clear here.
Correct.
your-
Wow. Moving on
No.
pretty fast.
Everybody
We
understood that, I think.
That's not the question. Fucking don't.
Pretty,
Is that ex-granddaughter-in-law?
Yeah.
Ex-granddaughter.
I
Oh
mean,
my
would-
god.
at least he waited 4,000 years.
It's true.
Wouldn't it-
She's over
Too
it.
soon?
wouldn't
Too
it,
soon?
wouldn't it have been the ex great 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 great
So-
great 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 grandma daughter?
No, because
No.
it's the same person.
Well,
Elsa
we don't
was
know
gonna
if it's the
say,
same person.
For Ebb, it's been
We
a
im-
week.
Well, yeah, but now they're the same age.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like, Ebb went from
4,000.
having
Yeah.
a daughter-in-law to wanting to bone a week later.
That's
That's fucked up.
Hey man, old
I
man
just
hormone.
said I'd take her out for a nice cup of coffee. What
That's 90-year-old speak for yeah.
Anyway, great
I
sesh,
certainly
guys.
knows
This
what
was
let's
good.
get
I'm
some
gonna end
coffee
the
is
stream
for.
now. GG's. Very wholesome.
I bet you'd